Good morning everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video. Firstly, I would just like to say a massive thank you for everyone that watched my moving day video. I am still so shocked that so many people watched it when it was nearly 2 hours long, and that you all find it so interesting. Like, it's beyond me sometimes, but I am eternally grateful, and thank you so much for tuning in and taking nearly 2 hours out of your day to watch our moving day. Like, yeah, I'm so grateful. Anyway, I thought I'd give you some updates. I like to keep you in the loop. I'm currently filming in my new bedroom in the new house. We have been here now just over a week. We moved last Thursday and today is Sunday the 6th of July. We also exchanged contracts last week and we are due to complete on the house tomorrow, which is mental. Like, our house sold, I think, back in March, April, May, June, July, yeah, so it's been quite a while. We've been back and forth to the house a few times. Yesterday was the last day my husband collected post. I have got our mail on divert, but if anyone is in this same process, do it early, because when I was looking originally, it was giving me a date that was going to be before we exchange contracts. And then even when I actually went to do it on Royal Mail, it gave me the 3rd of July that it would be transferred over. When I went through to the payment window, it then jumped to the 10th of July, which is very misleading. So we collected the last of the mail yesterday, and then we've also left a self-addressed stamped big envelope so that they can fill anything that arrives between when they move in on the 7th to the, which will only technically be the 9th because it starts on the 10th. So yeah, that's been done. We have given meter readings of our gas and electric, so that final bill just needs to be paid. We've also paid what was left. Oh my gosh, it's Bird City outside. We've also paid off the remainder of what was left on the council tax, which was only about £40 actually. The new owners had, wow, that is loud. The new owners have already rang Stroud Council and informed them that they're moving in from a certain date. So that is all done. And yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, everything goes to plan and we exchange contracts tomorrow, and legally the house will no longer be ours, which is very bizarre. But we've been in this open rent property now for just over a week. If you aren't familiar, open rent is a little bit like Airbnb, but it's designed for like longer term. It's furnished and unfurnished properties, but all bills included. So this is a furnished 3-bedroom, 3-story house, and we are paying £2,750 a month for this place, which our old house, our mortgage and all bills was around £1,900. So we are paying quite a lot more for this property, but that's expected, isn't it? You know, and Airbnb was even more expensive. I think Airbnb is very much targeted at like holiday rentals, and obviously this isn't a holiday for us, although since we've been here it does actually feel like we're on holiday. It's bizarre. I think because we know we're only going to be here for a short period of time, it just feels a bit bizarre. And even my husband sort of said to me last week, he was like, I just feel like I'm on holiday at the moment. And he ended up having 2 weeks off work. I had a week off work, and I went back to work Tuesday just gone. I'm obviously on Sunday. So it's a little bit, I suppose, different for me because I have been commuting to and from work. The commute is actually going really well. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. It's a roundabout, I don't know, about a 45-minute commute, but the direction that I'm coming in from, I kind of miss all of GCHQ's traffic, so I absolutely love it. The majority of my travel time is on the motorway, and yeah, not sitting in traffic like I was before. So you obviously saw in the last video, if you watched it, the whole move. The cats, I wouldn't say travelled the best. Louis was panting a lot. They have, I feel, settled in more now, but to begin with, it was a big adjustment, especially for us. We're not used to litter trays. Still not the greatest, to be honest with you, but that's how life will have to be in America, as cats don't really go outside in America for obvious reasons, like snakes, gators, stuff like that. So that has been a little bit of an adjustment, and yeah, something we're still adjusting to, but they seem a lot more settled than what they did at first. I don't think they were very settled at all, but kind of just over a week in now, I feel like we're getting there. The house is absolutely lovely. Not in this video, not the next video, but the one after that, I am hoping to do a house tour. My next video after this one will be a Halara haul, but I wanted to give you some updates really before we get to the house tour, and probably when I do the house tour I'll probably have more updates then as well. So our E2 visas, my husband and I have filled out all of the forms now. They're all fully completed and ready to submit. Carl, who is sorting out the whole visa process, he has got another form to fill out, which would then be attached to our forms. We had a meeting with the people that we're buying the business from this week. They were sorting out escrow for us, so our money should go in tomorrow. Obviously the mortgage needs to be cleared, and then there'll be money that'll be sat in our account. There are lots of these like money transfer companies, but although you get good rates, the fees can be quite high. We found out that actually Santander do international transfers, and they only charge 25 quid per transfer. So I think we're going to just be using Santander, to be honest with you, so that the money for the business will be transferred into escrow and sat there, so it's fully safe. Obviously if we don't end up being granted visas, then it will come straight back to us. In terms of the business, I feel like we've just made so much progress. Like, we are so serious about this. We've now got a website built and up and running. I designed the logo for that business. I also help with little bits for the website, but predominantly the website was built by our brother-in-law, who has just been amazing. The website looks phenomenal. I've also generated a QR code for the business, and it fully works, and I actually feel like really chuffed by that. I've taken the QR code into work and said to a few work colleagues, like, scan this QR code, and it just links straight to our website. It's just mad. We have looked around a little bit at having logo t-shirts made up. I haven't finalised anything yet, but that is something that we want to do before we leave. What else? So yeah, website is all up and running. T-shirt design. Oh, we've now got a business address in Mall at Bellenia, and we can also have post sent there as well, which is a fantastic. So we're now paying for that monthly. And yeah, I think that's kind of it really. House-wise, we had a meeting with our realtor this week. I can't remember if I mentioned in my last video or not, but I think we are more now drawn to a house with a pool. I think for us, we've realised that a pool needs to be a necessity for us. I'm sure I did touch on this in the last video. So we've now been looking at older properties. I think for me, ideally, I would like a property that's only a few years old, that's had a pool put in, but those are few and far between, to be honest with you. If we didn't get a house with a pool, we're going to have to look at a new build, but is really low in price that we can obviously afford to put in a pool, and we would probably look to having a pool put in ASAP. But there are permits and things that you need to have. So buying a house with a pool would be a lot easier, to be honest with you. But yeah, everything seems to be going okay at the moment. Like I said, all the paperwork is ready. Hopefully all of that will be submitted sometime next week. I'm hoping anyway, because we've done everything in our power on our end for it to be submitted. And yeah, life is kind of carrying on here. Like I said, I do feel like we've really settled in. The dynamics of the house, so on the ground floor we've got a separate living area, and then we've got a small kitchen living area with a utility. We're currently keeping like cat boxes in the utility, and because I snore, my husband is sleeping in the living room on a mattress, his choice. Then on the second floor we've got 2 bedrooms, which are my son and my daughter's, and a bathroom. And then on the top floor, which I'm on, is just a little oasis for me. It's, yeah, lush. I've got a really large bedroom, still got super king size bed. I've got a massive ensuite with the most beautiful bath you've ever seen in your life. And yeah, I feel really like happy and content here. It's nice having a space with more room. But yeah, really happy at the moment. I do feel that everything's going well. I am very nervous about our interview. I just think it's nerve-wracking. You know, at the end of the day, it's an interview, and I would say I'm the greatest at things like that. As you get really nervous for more things, just in general, to be honest with you. But yeah, really looking forward to everything that is ahead of us. If you Google, AI comes up with an E2 visa is taking anywhere between 2 weeks and 3 months at the moment. I personally think that 2 weeks to get an interview is highly unlikely, but you never know, do you? You just never ever know. We can't go anywhere, or not that we can't, we don't want to get anywhere until after my daughter's baby is born. She's due the 19th of August, I think. So we've already made the decision that we're not going anywhere until the baby's born. And highly unlikely, I would have thought, but I've watched a few YouTubers. So I've seen one YouTuber that from the date the application was submitted to an interview to get in there was less than 3 months. But then I've also seen people that are into like that 3 month period and still don't have an interview date. Somebody's like got like a chainsaw, whatever they're called, outside. It's really annoying, and it started raining. It's really gloomy outside. So I don't really know how it works. I don't know if when your application is submitted it forms some form of waiting list, or whether it's just, I don't know, potluck. I don't know how it works. I would have thought logically it's like a queuing system. I don't know. But it would be nice to not be here much more than 3 months, or under 3 months, to be honest with you. Because obviously this is costing us a lot more than our mortgage. And it's just dead money, isn't it? So, yeah. so much to look forward to and so many things coming up. It blows my mind. I think I feel less overwhelmed at the moment. I think when the house we were in before was utter chaos, my brain is getting louder. Yeah, I think where we were before, my brain was very, very chaotic. Whereas now we're in, I mean, I wouldn't say a mess-free house. There's bags we still haven't even unpacked and there's suitcases lying around, just that sort of thing. I wouldn't say that this is a clutter-free home, but my mind feels less cluttered, which is the most important thing, to be honest with you. I'm really sorry if that's going to be so annoying. But I'm filming this today on Sunday and I want it to go live tonight. So I can't even really wait. We are, well, I'm ready, but the kids are getting ready. We are off to the cinema in a minute. We're going to see the new Jurassic Park movie, which the kids are so excited to see. And yeah, it'd just be nice to have a little bit of family time. I have got work tomorrow. My shifts seem to be fairly set now. So I seem to be working a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I then have Thursday off. I'm back in on Friday and then I have Saturday, Sunday off. And it seems to be the rotation of the same shifts, which is really nice. The only shift that I'm working on a Saturday, I think, is the 19th of July because I've done a shift swap with somebody to help somebody out because I'm nice like that. I just feel mentally in so much better place. I just feel so much less hectic in my brain. And I don't think it's until you step away that you realise how chaotic your brain was before. There was so much going on. Whereas now, most of the hard work has been done with the applications. They weren't an easy thing. They're long-winded. And it probably took, I don't know, maybe a week to 2 weeks to do. Yeah, all of them. Probably a week to 2 weeks. Which is a long time. Now I've got road noise. I mean, could it get any worse? Does look like the sun might be creeping out though. I didn't even know it was forecast for rain, but yeah, I'm going to carry on documenting my journey and giving you updates. Because also I want these as memories for myself. I want to look back on everything and know or remember how I felt at certain points and how hard it was. You know, I'm not coming on here to get the old violins out, but I said to my daughter yesterday, because we went over to my daughter's, I said to her, I said, I just don't think anyone understands or realises how mentally exhausting and hard this is. This has got to be one of the hardest things we've ever done in our life. And I just hope that it's so worth it. I really do. I do feel at this point we are literally giving 110% of our souls into this. I don't think there's any more left of us to give. You know, we're doing everything we possibly can. The website, a business address, you know, we're doing everything we can. We are deadly serious about this. Never been more serious about anything in our lives. And, you know, if we get granted E2 visas, it may not even be a forever thing. I don't know. I don't know what the future holds. But my husband's 50, I'm 48. Life is for living. Losing my dad taught me so much. And I'm not just going to have it as words. I'm going to have it as actions. I'm not the type of person that just says, you know, that losing my dad has taught me how important it is to grab life by the balls. It's not going to just be words with me. it is actions. I want and need to do it for myself and for my family. And I suppose for my dad, you know, I'm serious about this. It isn't just something that I've just said that, I'm going to live my life to the fullest, when actually I'm not really. I want to live my life to the fullest. I'm hoping that we have a more quality, fulfilled life in Florida, more family time, more of that laughter. I'm hoping that we'll live more of a relaxed lifestyle. Our plan ultimately, I don't know how long that would take, but to work 4-day weeks and have 3 days off. And who knows where the future holds. But our plan is to grow the hell out of this business, I want this business to be so, so, so successful. Something that is going to be ours, that we're going to feel so proud of. It's a business that we own. I don't have to answer to anyone. I'm my own boss. I can only see massive positives in this. But yes, I'm going to wrap it up now because I've been talking for over 20 minutes. And I can clearly see that you love a long video, but I'm not just going to waffle for the sake of it this time. I just wanted to fill you in on how we're doing, how we've settled into this house. We're all doing absolutely amazing, all feel really settled, and looking forward to the next chapter in our lives. So if you aren't already subscribed and you are interested in this E2 visa process and what it entails, our experience, then subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way, every time I do upload a video, you'll be one of the first to be notified. But I really hope you've enjoyed listening to another update. Like I said, the next video should be a Halara haul, and then after that I will give another update. I'm hoping by then we'll have some kind of update. I can let you know that we definitely completed on the house. Hopefully our visas will be submitted, the application submitted, and I'll have more to share with you, and also a house tour of this beautiful, beautiful house. Until next time, take care everyone, and I will see you really soon in my next video. Bye.